Thanks for showing up for this amazing D&D session. I appreciate you being here. I am going to let my DM, the amazing man that he is, explain to you everything that's going on and allow him to set the story and to let you know everything that's going on up to this point, get you caught up, and who knows, maybe you'll fall in love with it too. Back to him.
Our story takes place in the grand continent of Uthra, once the home to the most powerful and wise peoples of all races. A utopia of grandiose thinking, innovations. Magics had never been so vast or varied. All peoples were prosperous in an age of peace and happiness. But seemingly overnight, silver fog overtook the known world, plunging it into chaos. The Golden Age is now long past, and in the past 100 years or so, progress has gone backwards. Magic's lost, history's forgotten. And now the reign of regal politics now dominates the balance of the world. Kings bicker over petty landlines and disputes of blood lineage. The land is now separated by a vast magical wilderness, coated in silver fog. Only the most prominent and well taken care of roads still exist, making any towns along these roads hubs of humanity. Outside the walled bastions, the silver fog carries its own dangers, able to move the environment and its denizens, making navigation difficult if not impossible. Luckily, there are places in the world within the fog that are anchored into place. One of those locations, a bustling city called Yetta O'Dare, where we find our band of heroes. One of which is Branch, a Feywild centaur with the lower half of a large deer, using bow and spear to exact revenge on the warkin who killed his family. Calliope Moonsong, a lush Kalishtar glamour bard, the center of all attention and a friend to all. Aaron, a half-elf divination wizard with a doctorate in archaeology and a knack for map-making. Tyrius Redgefist, a Satyr whispers bard, as keen with a rapier as he is aloof. And finally, Boris Steelguts, a paladin haunted by the past and seeking a brighter future.
Last time on the Silver Fog, the group took shifts taking rest to heal our wounds, and then somehow heard Tyrius fell in a hole? I don't understand that, but once we went deeper in the cellar where he fell, we found we kind of started having these weird visions of people dying all around us. Like, it was weird, that's for sure. But once we came back to, we met this Hell Remnant, and he was trying to kill us over this payment that we knew nothing about. But thankfully, both were at the talking down, because I don't know how we was going to handle that. The dude looked beefy. But whew, once we had a time to relax, we discovered there was like piles of dead bodies everywhere. Most of them skeletons. A couple of fresh dead bodies, which is crazy because it's like if we would have died out here, nobody would have found us. We would have just been another pile of bones among the rest. So shoot. Now we're trying to figure out how we're gonna get all these barrels of wine out of here.
Title is the Fog Demon, but it's based off the Witcher creature called the Foglet.
Correct.
Well, they were foglets! Motherfucker!
So you're saying I almost died? Like, die?
No, you may have fallen through the floor at one point, but you're okay.
We hit you with some heals. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
But
No,
it went through the floor.
You did fall through the floor. You rolled a nat one. What was it? Was it like a perception check or something? You rolled a nat one. It
just walked right into the lesser minions' little dugout areas and just fell right through.
Yep.
Yeah.
How is that not dying?
I mean, it went like a 30-foot fall. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Into the wall or into the floor.
I mean, you landed on the table, so it kind of broke your fall.
Okay, I mean, stop! You're here! Stop complaining! We need you!
I mean, truth be told, humans can survive a 40-foot fall without dying, so.
They will break
Yes,
limbs, though.
but
That is
It'll
breaking
definitely be a
legs.
little sore afterwards, that's for true.
That's
Yeah.
some punctured lungs territory right there.
Torn ACLs, broken ribs.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Good times.
But anywho, enough of our mad ramblings and pre-game jitters.
yes.
So, you guys last week ventured further into the cellar, clearing it out of the rest of the enemies and avoiding conflict with a very odd headless knight who was taken away by. I guess knights of a different order entirely. These ones having this patinaed, almost brass armor about them. Um, you all find yourselves now in the primary cellar of Shireton. Uh, Aaron's Shadow is currently taking down barrels of the what was the wine?
Rosyfoot Reserve?
Reserve. Yes. He is taking down several casks of that and bringing an extra one with him, just for personal use anyway. Calliope, you in the roleplay channel discovered that the key and the door had very similar runes, and after some investigating, you were able to find a lock in the candle holder just next to this hidden doorway, revealing. Oh, actually, we're already there. I was on the wrong map. Haha. So you guys are well. Calliope, you went in and essentially found some things, including alchemy materials, alchemy tools, brewing supplies, several magical recipes that caught your attention as you browsed through these enhanced alcohols and drinks. You see many types of wines and liquors that are still sold today, but a few you've never heard of, specifically 3 different types of wines. Those being a moment for me to find my notes. I'm very disorganized this evening.
It's all right, buddy.
3 wines being Iljoy, a very odd blue and silver tinted bottle. The other being Wargi. This one having a almost translucent bottle, revealing this opalescent wine. It seems to be darker in color. And then you see Sen. To those who have been in noble circles, this is a very rare wine and is often brought out for very special guests. This, in and of itself, is I guess it would be like a blueberry blackberry type wine. Very flavorful, but very rare as it is known as a lost recipe.
Mm. Damn, I gotta go back down there and get that shit? Damn.
But past that, what else? Calliope found a halfling skeleton with a journal. And
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's where we will pick up is Calliope just kind of solo down here in this room before she backtracks.
All right. Well, Calliope. Oh goodness, I have to save that because we have to have a talk, guys. We have to fucking talk. So Calliope.
You yell that out?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Guys, we have to fucking talk. And Calliope's just gonna be scrambling to put as much stuff into her pack and arms as she can. The cigars.
Dude,
She's definitely grabbing the glowy liquor because she's been looking for that.
did we all see her open this hatch and go down?
Oh yeah, you guys all
Okay.
seen and heard the door unlock, and you see Calliope just kind of like skip down there.
As both are sitting at the main table where we were at the end of last session, and I don't know where Branch is, but I'm sitting there looking at all this stuff that I got, the dagger, gauntlet, stuff like that, and I'm looking, and I hear her yell, "We gotta freaking talk!" I turn around and I look at Branch, and I'm like, is that a bad sound or a good sound?
I can't tell you. Usually, if it's exciting, she'll just say it. So expect the worst.
Tedious is going to go. Oh my God, woman, stop shouting! I just got out of the floor. Give me a second to recover.
Perfect. Are you coming up or are we coming down?
Calliope is scrambling up with just arms full
Oh, okay.
of trinkets and treasures and like hurriedly trying her best to scramble up the stairs. She did take that journal, Mitch, the halfling journal.
Okay.
Bofer sees you running up. Are you running up with your arms full and like juggling it all? I'm like, whoa, whoa! Hops up and like runs over there and tries to help you get some stuff to the table and like set it down.
No, pick it up. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta get the fuck out of here. We gotta get the fuck out of here. This place turns people into foggy monsters, and I don't want to be a foggy monster. I'm too cute, Bofer. And she just picks up the rest of what he was putting down, and she starts scrambling off.
Okay. But Bofer turns to both of the guys, Tyrius and Branch, and goes, I guess we're getting out of here?
Yeah, Titus usually kind of got used to her, how should I say, special reactions to things, but
Impulsive is a good word.
even he's confused.
So do we have time, or do we need to, like, follow?
The fucker
Let's get it.
turns
Let's get
around
all
and
the
runs.
drinks and go.
Okay. I'll find, did Aaron's shadow already move all the barrels, like, up and out, or are they still, like, here?
Oh yeah, he just put the 7th one down. He's just kind of like clapping his hands together, like removing the dust as he puts his hands on his like bony hips, and just kind of like nods, like, "Yeah, I did a good job."
Okay, then I'm gonna just grab the stuff that I wanted, the dagger, the books from the
Oh,
cleric.
you already had those, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab all my stuff, and look at everybody. I said, I guess I'm following her. I'll see you up there. And I take off.
Hey, wait, I'm not moving all these by myself.
All right, fire.
All right.
Buffer backpacks everything, the gauntlets and everything, puts it all away. It's like, all right, hand me one, I guess. And he looks like a child. He's like 4 foot, so he just like holds his arms up like he's wanting uppies. He's like, here.
I
hand me
mean,
one.
To be fair, you might be 4 foot, but you are a stocky warrior dwarf.
That is true.
So,
That
I
is
mean,
true.
you might be short, but you're built like a brick shit house.
Like a tank.
Mhm.
Yeah, no.
So-
I'm like, here, just give me one. I'll take it.
While you guys are struggling, Calliope's gonna rush past again, and she's gonna go back into that room and grab another handful of supplies. She's a greedy bitch.
Branch will also be going down there to grab a handful of supplies, and then we'll be making multiple trips.
No, 'cause
Both
she's
of
like,
you
yeah, we gotta
roll
go, but I.
roll me a d20, and then both of you roll me a d8.
Ah,
Wait, who?
Gremlin.
Calliope and Branch, who are going back for secondsies.
Oh.
Okay, my 20 was 11 and my 8 was a 1.
All right, what am I rolling again?
A d20 and a d8.
All right. Oh no, not the one. My D20 is a 12. And my D8 is a... Don't be a 1. It's a 1. Why?
Wow, we both got similar things. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
I blame you, Branch.
So you both like reach up to these individual cabinets and just kind of like grab wildly. The both of you end up grabbing a couple of these gods, what would these be stored in? I guess they'd be like half stone and then like half crystal glasses or vases. It almost looks like a very fancy stone cask, but as you like tip the liquor slightly, it has this like rose gold kind of colored ale on the inside, or it might be a whiskey, you're not quite sure.
Ooh.
And then both of you grab another filter of... It is not on that page. It is on the electronic notes.
A filter?
I have
Oh
too many
my.
places where I keep notes.
No problems.
DM problems.
Nerd.
No, for real.
It is. I'm terrible sometimes. I'll put notes here while I'm in a thought. I'll put notes on the laptop. I'll put notes in a notebook. I'll sticky note myself and be like, oh, I totally won't forget what that goes to. Look at it 2 days later, like,
Nerd.
what did I mean? What?
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds fun to figure out. Puzzles of your own making.
Oh, those are the worst.
I guess while you're looking that up, is it possible for Beaufort to carry 2 barrels at once? That way I don't have to make multiple trips like that.
Give
Ooh.
me a strength check. I guess that this would be athletics. And then I don't think there would be anything that would be in your way, so we'll just make
I think
it
it's just
a
straight staircases, right? Just all the way up.
yeah.
Okay.
Calliope is not strong enough to lift a barrel, and she will not attempt.
Hey, unnatural 20.
Go,
with
go
ease.
first.
It takes you a minute to kind of like find the sweet spot, but absolutely, as soon as you get like moving, you like figure out how everything like shifts with your weight. It is very easy for you to get up the stairs quickly.
Beaufort goes like up to 2 of them and takes his hands kind of like a C formation and clamps on where the barrels will like dip down on the lid. And he'll clamp his hands on like the little outer lip and then just kind of hoist him up and over his shoulders and hold him like this on his shoulders and just start like, I can't believe I'm saying this, Snow White dwarf stomping up the stairs. Just
Calliope walks up behind Beaufort and goes, "Hi."
That's messed up. Beaufort chuckles and just shakes his head and just keeps walking. He's like, in his head, he's like, I gotta keep moving.
What did you say?
She came up behind me and yelled, "Hi ho!" like the
Oh,
like
yeah,
Snow
okay.
White
Got
dwarves.
it.
Yeah. Good lord.
That was nasty.
So the
Well,
both
good
of you pick up 2 more small crystalline vials of the glowy liquor, as Calliope likes to refer to it as.
Glowy liquor.
Or liqueur. Mm.
Yeah.
Make it fancy.
And just for intent and purposes, this would be the Solstice Ember.
Solstice Ember. Okay.
Mm.
Oh lord, is the shadow carrying 2, or am I the only one carrying 2?
Oh man, that's a really good question, actually. Let's see.
I'm gonna turn around and peek over my shoulder and just look and see what he's doing.
Well, he's not so much like a strengthy character. He's more like I hate to say it, but he's like a demonic clown of sorts.
Good. Branch will help move things. He picks things up and he puts them down.
He picks things up and he puts them down. That's great.
Let's see here.
Let's see it.
He is struggling with 1. He is very tall and he is very lanky and he's also very malnourished, let's say. So he's not in his best form at the moment.
Beaufort's gonna turn around from the up top of the stairs and look at him and go, "You'll get it one day, kiddo," and they keep walking.
Hey, it's a lot harder to lift things up over your head when you're taller, alright? Short stack, don't start with me.
Beaufort chuckles and just keeps going.
You hear him grumble, I might just step on you just for the shits and giggles of it.
He's still laughing. He doesn't care what he has to say. It's just funny to Beaufort because he's like, we were all like, flexing our muscles and being and so he picks up 2 barrels, turns around, and he can't hardly pick up 1. He's like, it just keeps walking. Up the stairs we go. Hi ho, hi ho.
Holy the poor shadow.
I gotta give him just a little bit of back talk for how much back talk we were doing the other day. Just a little bit.
Well, so who's getting drunk first off the new stuff?
Ain't nobody touching the glowy liquor.
Yeah, I don't
Let's
want
make that very
radiation
clear.
poisoning. That's all y'all.
I just drink ale. I don't need any of that extra stuff. We're good. You're gonna have that.
So let me make this perfectly clear. I went in that fucking room. I saw that dead body. I found information. And I'm keeping all my goddamn bottles.
Hey, that's cool. Was the information pertinent to our safety? Is that
I
why
mean,
you ran
yeah.
out?
Duh. I told you that the place was turning people into foggy demons, and I'm too cute to be a foggy demon. What the fuck else did I have to say?
I don't remember that part. That's crazy.
All I heard was, I'm getting out of here, and then looked like a speedy rabbit just gone.
Okay, so we gotta go because the house makes you ghouly. Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Monster
So,
house that makes monsters.
How many trips up and back for those barrels do you think me and the Shadow will have to make?
I mean, if you want to
Sirius
do,
and Branch helping you?
are they?
Yeah, I offer my services, but maybe
Yeah.
Branch-
If Tyrius and Branch want to roll athletics checks, absolutely.
yeah, sure. I got +5 in that. And wait,
Yeah.
like roll
Yeah,
athletics?
I was kind of
Mhm.
thinking about helping them, but at this
I
point,
got 10.
I mean, if you're not strength based, you can always roll like a dex check and see if you can like roll it up the stairs.
oh, it's no problem. I'm stacked stunned, so. But no, I mean, he doesn't really feel like doing it. He's like, nah, you do that. I didn't sign up for this. And then takes out the was it the loot?
I'm good.
You know what, not the loot, the flute, and starts kind of playing these motivational music, like the hi-ho kind of thing.
Beaufort's getting into it. Beaufort's like, all right, and just makes multiple trips, grabbing 2 by 2 and just taking them.
You know
Branch,
those-
the weight doesn't bother you when you're moving the barrel. It's your back leg. Like it still hurts some, like between the actual wound itself and being stitched up and having all of the gauze and bandages on it. It's just tight and uncomfortable, and you can't quite put all of your weight behind it.
That makes sense, actually. I didn't think about that. I
Good,
forgot.
Yeah, I forgot I also was gravely injured. Oh my gosh.
Calliope's gonna look over at Branch. Don't you fucking break that stitching! I don't have anything else to fix you!
Oh wait, are you like low
Oh
HP
my
or
God.
something?
No.
When she stitched it up, they used the last of her supplies to stitch us up. She rolled like a 6 or something.
Do you think I could make a medicine check with maybe some stuff here in the room and see if I can make it to where that stitching won't bust?
I mean, Calliope did a pretty good job. I'm pretty sure she rolled high teens or low 20s on that roll. So I mean,
okay.
her stitch work is good. It's just still a really fresh wound.
Okay, can I cast
Thematically, the reason why this is a lingering wound is because it was armor breaking natural 20.
Oh
against
yeah,
it.
that's right. I forgot about the
And
fact
there
that it was
were
armor-breaking
ambient
stuff.
effects on the creature's claw
The
attack.
bleeding.
Yeah, so it had rending claws and a bleed effect.
So that
that's
means
why...
my neck is still kind of open. I forgot about
Oh
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
your neck is also pretty tight and is throbbing.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I forgot about that. Yeah, Beaufort, I actually fully forgot that. Beaufort has a giant, it's closed, not bleeding, but a giant wound on his neck right next to his jugular, just right here.
And he's using that to talk shit. That shit is crazy.
Forgot about that, actually. I'm chuckling because I look back at the Shadow and tease him, but I'm not gonna tease Branch. We had a bro moment. He don't deserve that. And so I'm just like, you got it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, guy. You just hurt. Now the guy, he don't got no excuse.
Yeah,
Forget him.
exactly. He's an axe wielding maniac. He has no excuse.
Calliope's gonna make her way up to Tyranny. Because she's not lifting one of those barrels. And she's gonna call out to her, my love, my morning dawn! I have a present for you! And she pulls one of the boxes of cigars out of her bag.
So, do you take it out of the black and gold box, the stone box, or the redwood box?
Redwood.
Redwood. That is a elven herbal cigar, a verdant coil.
Ooh.
And as you call out to Tyranny outside the doors of Shireton, she floats out of the cart, still with a book in hand, as she looks over and immediately catches whiff of the cigar and whips over to you like a little bolt of lightning, and like a dog sensing treat, she does like whirls around you but floating in the air as she's trying to like get the cigar from you.
Calliope kind of holds it at bay.
So, tease.
Like a gift. A gift for you, a gift for me.
I have no gift for you though.
I'd like a kiss on the cheek.
Cheeky. Well, I suppose it can't really be avoided. As she kind of like whips around you, so you can't quite see her, and gives you a quick peck on the cheek as she takes the cigar from your fingertips, and goes, well, that would seem like a very fair exchange, in all honesty.
Calliope blushes.
More than fair in my humble opinion.
She's flustered.
You see her bite the end of the cigar and spit out the end, and kind of not necessarily breaks it up, but just kind of like gets a feel for it before she taps her thumb and forefinger together and creates a little bright, it almost looks like a miniature like star in her fingers as she lights the tip of the cigar and inhales deeply.
Calliope's gonna clap in wonder.
Ooh, you know a lot of pretty light tricks.
That's a cigar. You're not supposed to inhale that.
She just smiles, and after holding her breath for a moment, lets out a huge plume of this. It has hints of like dried forest herbs, and then you get this immediate wave of mint leaves.
Ooh.
Where did you find that cigar?
Calliope tucked them away in her bag, but she'll look over at you.
You want one?
And she takes one out of the box.
Again, I
Let
ask
me
which box you
see.
take it out of.
Let's see. I guess. Calliope didn't count how many she had in each box.
They were all sealed. So you have, I think, the one that you currently have, the Verdant Coil, the Elven herbal cigars. There are currently 15 in this box.
Holy cow! Oh my god!
Calliope smiles and takes one out of the another one of the verdant ones out and holds it out to Sirius.
Here you go, buddy.
He takes it and starts, smelling it. Like, basically runs. I wanted to say runs his nose over the thingy, the cigar, but then it would be probably easier if he just runs the cigar under his nose.
Can Calliope run an Arcana check on the cigar since she found them in her alchemy place? She's like, "Is this magic-y too?"
Absolutely, if you want to make a quick Arcana check.
Not a bad idea.
And for you, Tyrus,
Yeah, I wanted
this
to.
has a very pleasant, like, herbal and tobacco blend to it. Like, you can smell the tobacco leaves, but there's also, like, this foresty undertone. And right at the end of, like, your sniff, you just get this very pleasant hint of mint at the end.
I rolled a 14.
14. These are, in fact, slightly magical.
Magical
Okay.
cigar. That's crazy.
Calliope smiles.
Oh my god, it was a treasure trove.
and she's going to. Can I investigate them further just to see like what's in it and
I
what
mean, you're
might
more
be
than if
causing?
you're gonna make an investigation check to help this along. If you want to like dissect one of them, that will lower the DC and give you a much more information.
Calliope's gonna hold and roll it in her fingers, contemplating wasting a cigar.
Wait, so as you're doing that, contemplating, Buffer's kind of come up from his like third trip, sweating, and he's gonna throw the barrels into y'all's wagon and go, "Ooh, what's that? Is that one of the cigars?" And I look around and see one of your friends in Tyrius messing with one. And be like, "Well, what's in that? What's in that? Is it just?"
Calliope, she's like,
Tius is going to know
Well,
that Calliope has kind of like a dilemma: open a new one or not open a new one. So he goes like, "Here, take half of this one. Do what you want."
Calliope looks over at Tyrius with like the biggest gleam in her eyes,
so you're my best friend.
and she opens up the half of the
Forgetting
cigar
before.
and proceeds to investigate the cigar.
There are. These are definitely tobacco leaves, but they have an unusual like look to them. Like it's obviously tobacco. It's just when you unroll it, it's like the leaves themselves have like this weird. It's almost like a paper-like consistency to them, but it's very rich smelling. You notice that there's a plethora of other like herbs mixed in. You catch a few of them. You actually know these. Some of these are used in muscle relaxation and helping in a meditative state. Some of these herbs grant advantage on wisdom and intelligence checks.
Calliope smiles.
This that good shit.
Bofer's gonna say, "Okay, this is perfect. Are you done? Are you gonna do anything with that loose tobacco now?"
Calliope hands it over to Beaufort.
Here you go, bud.
Beaufort takes his fingers and pinches a big old chaw of it, sticks it up in his lip, and goes, "All right, we're good now," and just keeps walking back into there to go grab more stuff if I need to. Puts a hand up, like waving, like appreciate it.
Since you're just like mainlining this shit, you become very relaxed, like almost immediately. For the next 10 minutes, you have advantage on insight checks and arcana checks.
Awesome. Beaufort isn't even really like understanding this yet because he didn't investigate it and she didn't say anything. So he's just like, "Man, this is some good stuff." And like he's like looking for somewhere to spit and just like, "Nah, whatever," and just swallows it. It just keeps moving.
As you like swallow like your spit, it suddenly hits you and you get like this immediate like THC high where you just feel yourself like slow down.
Yeah.
You do have disadvantage on dexterity based checks for the next 10 minutes.
Luckily, all the barrels are up because Branch took one, Shadow took one, and I took 6, so we're good.
But, the Shadow would have helped you on the second trip as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we got 9 barrels up?
No, 7.
7? I can't count, Jesus.
Both has negative on dexterity, but advantage on, was it insight and the others?
Well,
From
so
the same stuff.
y'all are they? They're not in. They aren't like swallowing it and mainlining it like I am. So I think the disadvantage is just me, right?
As they like Tyranny, who's absolutely annihilating this cigar, she is also feeling the effects, but you can see that she knew this was coming as her eyes are like laxed and she has like this cheeky smile on her face as she's just floating in the air in this just weird position, just a cigar in hand, just inhaling deeply. Like there's a huge plume of cigar smoke around her just lingering.
So, Beaufort's gonna go down back to the like where we were at to like gather stuff, and I think if the Shadow's still there, I'm gonna say, "All right, is there anything else that you know of that we were supposed to grab? Is there anything else that Aaron told you we needed to grab?"
I mean,
I don't know if the shadow's still down there or not. I have no idea. I didn't know if he was up at the surface or if he was
He's
down at the
walking
bottom.
up with Aaron, and he's kind of like wiping sweat off of his forehead, and he's like, "Can I, like, fuck off and like not be put to hard labor again for a little while, please?"
As I go down the stairs to check, like make sure we got our last checks, all the ducks in a row. I'm gonna smile at Aaron and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, good work today," and offer a fist bump. And I'm like, "All you gotta do is make a fist and just tap him out like that, just like
Oh,
this."
is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
very confused.
Yeah, it's like a sign. It's like a sign of like good job.
You crazy kids these days. And he reaches like down and gives you a light fist bump.
Yeah, and then just both are so excited, trots down the stairs and is like looking around to make sure we got everything.
Mm.
I don't know if
I mean-
everybody loaded up all their loot into the wagon or on their person. I just want to make sure that everybody like lets me know like we got everything, we're good. I'm doing final checks.
Did we grab that bottle of sin, the wine?
I think Aaron did, but I'm not
Okay,
sure.
cool.
I think that's up to Mitch right now.
Oh yeah, you guys definitely would have grabbed the 3 magical items
yeah.
Okay.
that you guys spotted last session. She would definitely grab those 3
Okay.
specifically.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And then I'll head back up since y'all are still up there. I'll head back up to y'all and I'll say, "Okay, so we kind of discussed it after everything kind of went down. What do we want to do now?" Me, Branch, and Aaron kind of had a conversation. I don't know if Calliope and Tyrius were fully listening or not. We kind of had a conversation.
I was kind of trying to figure out how to get into the fucking room, like, cause I didn't expect it to be like this. Y'all ever seen Scooby-Doo? You ever heard of Scooby-Doo?
No, what's that?
What do you mean? Yeah. Like what? Who is Scooby?
I'm
What
not
did he
sure.
do?
I'm not sure. I spent most of my life in a church. You're gonna have to elaborate.
Is that like
Calliope
a
just
game or something?
sighs and looks at the
Like-
ground.
A play that the town put on every once in a while? What's going on?
Yeah, there's a talking dog and these kids, they solve mysteries. It's pretty cool. Walls change. It's awesome.
Mysteries like what? Ghouls in the basement of a tavern? What type of mysteries do they
I mean,
solve?
sometimes, but mostly it's bank fraud.
Bover's like,
The
"No,
IRS.
I've never heard of this, but it sounds cool. I'll have to go see it sometime." But back to the point.
You put me on that fraud thing. That sounds like easy robbery.
I hear you. But Branch, you may help me kind of help them with what we were talking about earlier. We've basically been bamboozled.
Oh yeah.
And we want to make sure. I specifically, because I don't know what y'all are doing, but I want to make sure everybody's aware. These barrels are worth a lot more than we're getting paid. Like
Always, the
substantial.
pinpricks don't pay their debts. We kind of assume that.
Right, and I that's what I've heard from y'all thus far. But I'm trying to emphasize, and I'm trying so hard not to break the NDA because I don't know if it applies to them as well or to anybody else. But I'm like, they are worth substantial, and like my eyes get big, and I'm like really trying to emphasize they are worth substantially amount more.
Calliope's gonna
than-
mind link with Bofer.
Hey, dude. So, just picture it in your mind's eye. Is it a room full of gold and monies, or is it just another one of those sacks that we saw earlier full of the fat coin?
So, remind me if I'm wrong, Mitch. You said that each one of those barrels was worth like 4,000 gold, right?
A little under 4,000.
A
Yeah.
little under 4,000, and we're getting paid 750.
Oh Jesus!
And so Bofer pictures scales in his head, and then you see one scale with like one gold coin, and then the other side just dripping with gold coins. Falling. And I'm like, A lot.
Calliope's going to fucking just start stomping the bitch.
So, back to the point. Branch, if you want to help me out here. We don't know what we need to do now because we kind of had some plans, but I want to make sure the plan that I have is cool with y'all. I think Branch and Aaron both came up with kind of a plan. I want to put that on the floor. And I look at Branch, I'm like, okay, if you can remember your plan we talked about, let him have it.
We take what we can. My plan was we burn this bitch down so that, because they've been sending people here to their death, like, shit.
Right.
Half the people we fought were people that they sent there to die. Yeah, so,
Yeah, all those dead people in there, the ghoul things, the actual dead people on the ground. Yeah, that wasn't very long ago. This has happened multiple times. This is a lot.
He's just going to just look around. Hold on. 750. That's already plenty. 4,000. You said. How don't I remember this? What is this? Where did you come to this? What did I sleep through this thing?
You were lightly concussed.
A little bit. So what I'll do is I'll say, okay, hold on. Mr. Tyrius. So this is the breakdown. These barrels are on a ratio scale about one, or I think the scale really make that right. It's like 10 to 2. They are like substantially a lot more than what we are getting paid on the contract.
All right, hold on. Let's see. Let's start with the money. What happens if you screw the 750 people?
So here was my plan. I look at Branch. I'm like, if you're cool, I'll give my plan.
oh, go ahead.
I don't need the plan. I need the reason.
Oh, I'll give you
the outcome. Sorry.
Yeah. I'll give you both. Hold on, just 1 second. Let me walk through it.
Well, no, I don't need the reason. Actually, I came up with the reason. It's plenty money.
Yeah.
I got the reason.
yeah. We got lots of money sitting in the wagon over there. But here's the deal.
Yeah.
There's about 20.
Should we be saying that loudly?
Oops.
Hey,
I got heals and weapons. We're good. Here's the deal.
Okay.
There is about 20 to 48 other barrels in that cellar. Okay? There's more. There's a lot more in there. So, theoretically, here was my plan. My plan was we take what we were supposed to take and give it to them. Don't say a word. Because this door doesn't open unless you have 5 people. That's what we learned when we first got here. So what we can do is basically run a train. And give them what they want. And then come back here and come start getting this stuff out. And then go sell into all the taverns around town. And just make absolute bank.
We start singing and telling everybody that the Pendricks ain't shit and they don't pay their fucking debt. Good idea,
Bofer looks back. I'm like, that's not I'm not talking about drinking these. I'm talking about selling them.
No, I know, but if we're touring all of the taverns, selling good ale, making good money, covered in good drip, we gon' sing shit about the niggas that don't pay they fucking debts, no? Like,
I mean, you're kind of. I mean, I can agree with you. I'm not more of the, in the tavern, rah like that. That's not me. But if you want to, that's cool. That's cool. But my point is, everybody in this party stands to make an absolute couple of wagon loads of money. That was my plan. I believe Branch wanted to burn this place to the ground, but
Branch, no, we already put everything in here. We can't burn all the magic down. I mean, we should burn all the magic down, and the mist turns people into fucking demons. Did I show you guys the journal?
No.
What journal? What journal?
Calliope reaches into her sack and holds out the halfling's journal of his final days trapped in the fucking cellar.
Oh my. Is it the halfling whose pipe I have?
Yes.
Oh man.
No, different halfling. There was a halfling adventure, and then there was the halfling skeleton down in the alchemy area.
Was
Did
it?
you?
Was one of
It
the?
was the dude with a dagger in his ribs.
Was it one of the? Was it one of the halflings that I autopsied?
Oh
No, those were minions and fog demons. Those were fully shifted. You just got crafting bits off of them.
Gotcha.
He had a dagger in his ribs. I guess he kind of killed himself before the form took over. But yeah, something down there was turning him into a foglet. I thought it was the magic mirror, but it wasn't a magic mirror. It was just a normal mirror. He was just already turning into a foggy demon. And then he said,
"Would you like to read it, or would you want me to post it?"
Oh God. Yeah, post it. That's a lot. That's a monologue. I'm sorry.
So, did you grab the Did you grab the dagger, or did you leave it?
"Oh, I left that shit in there. You don't touch something somebody killed themselves with. That's bad juju."
Bofer's gonna start walking down there.
"Oh no, Beaufort, don't you touch that goddamn knife. I won't. Oh, listen, I can't bless you."
I have my own blessings. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna walk down there. I want to examine what she's talking about because I didn't go down there. I was too busy looking through my prayer journal that I found and everything else. So I want to go down there and inspect it.
Give me a perception check right quick.
Okay. Where's perception? There it is. Nat 1. That's crazy.
Oh shit! Who the fuck knows how to perform an exorcism?
Yeah, it's a smooth walk down. You find your way back down to the second cellar and make your way into the hidden doorway. Going down off to the center right-hand corner, you see a small halfling skeleton with tattered clothes and seemingly had one arm extended. That was probably where the journal was, and then the other hand holds a dagger.
Branch reads the journal during this time.
So while Branch is looking at it, can I make? I know I made a perception check. Can I make an Arcana to see if maybe I can see any magic on the knife itself?
There isn't like that thrum that magical items have. Even like mundane folks can like sense a magical item just because they almost vibrate the air around them. Okay. This is just a mundane, if not well-made dagger. Aged, chipped in places, some rust stains probably from the blood. Could be refurbished, but other than that, nothing really special about it.
Okay, can I tell what kind of metal it is? Is it the same metal as that weird broken dagger?
Oh no, that broken dagger almost has like a Damascus black pattern to it. This one, if anything, looks like a kitchen knife, if anything.
Oh, okay, yeah, then never mind. So Beaufort just walks back up. Never mind. I was thinking, like, if it was a magic knife or cursed knife, there are such things as magic to break curses. So, I mean, we could break the curse on it and have a really cool dagger. That's why I wanted to go down there and look.
I don't think he killed himself with a cursed knife. You should have. Did you read the journal, Beaufort? You should read the journal.
I didn't read the journal yet. I look over at Branch. I'm like, Beaufort. I'm like, Branch has it. I was gonna wait my turn. I'm good.
Oh.
Cow.
Branch finishes the journal entries. And goes shoes.
There's only 5. It's very eerie. There's only 5. He's like, I'm here. I'm hungry. Everything tastes like metal. Oh God, my nails. Oh God, the transformation. Oh God, the fog. It talks to me. Oh God, I'm dead. Like it was very.
Wait a minute. So you handed the book to Beaufort, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Beaufort's looking. Look, Beaufort. Thanks, Branch. Appreciate it. I'll look at it. Entry 3 says he found an old merchant. Or no, sorry. Entry 2. Excuse me. lost track of time. Wait, no, where is it? Did I literally just lose it as
No,
I was
it's
writing
entry
it?
3. It's
Entry three.
three.
Okay, yeah. Found a mirror in an old merchant's travel chest. He says, my eyes, once brown, now gleam like polished silver. Would that mean anything to, like, because I've been fighting the fog monsters and stuff for a while. Would that mean anything to me?
You are more than welcome to either make a history, arcana, or a nature check.
Awesome. And has it been past 10 minutes?
I would say you're just on the cusp of losing it. So if you choose to make it an intelligence, or I think it would be arcana is the one that you get a advantage to.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll advantage on Arcana and see what I can figure out about this journal.
Well,
Yeah.
until this drawing is going on, out of character, and for the benefit of the Twitch participants, I have to say that the AI-generated goddess smoking a cigar is fucking sexy.
Oh, I didn't even
Yeah,
get that.
I decided to update her art a bit, and I'm glad I did.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Where did you put her?
It would be the character art, yeah.
So I rolled, highest I
was
rolled
an
was a
NPC
10.
art. Oh yeah, that one's nice.
Holy cow, dude. Where did you even find this picture?
AI generated, baby. All about those word triggers and cues.
Dadgummit. Okay. Let's see. Try to put this on stream real quick.
Why be about to have competition all of a sudden?
No, that's my baby mama. What competition?
Mm.
Oh my word. Okay.
I'm getting presents and kisses. She wooed me in the sky. Like, what competition? That's my baby mama. I'm pregnant already.
Right there. There we go. I got it popped up on there. So I rolled a 10 was the highest I rolled on my Arcana.
So with a 10 Arcana, there's a lot of things that this could be. It could be anything from like a curse. It could be some sort of like magical disease. Could have been some sort of like aberration bite that may have had an adverse effect on them. There's a lot of things that can cause a body to mutate in such a way.
Okay, just because like the reason I ask is because we discussed like been fighting the fog guys for a hot minute and been writing it down, all that other stuff. I just didn't know if it for some reason that sounded like something that I would have some kind of knowledge in, but I still don't know fully. That makes more sense. Beaufort looks at it and he looks back at Calliope and goes, I'm not real sure how this guy died per se, as far as like what actually caused the time of death. But I mean,
I'm pretty sure it was the kitchen knife in his ribs.
I don't know. It could have been just like those fog guys in there that he was all kind of already dead or dying. Like this could have been like a curse. This could have been a sickness. This could have been anything. I think that knife was like the final like but I don't think that's what sent him to.
He upped himself before he could fully transform, because he was about to let himself out into the darkness and be fed on undead bodies.
Right. So I don't necessarily think the knife. I mean, yes, obviously the knife is what killed him, but what I'm saying is like what killed him as far as this progression of insanity. I don't know what it is. I just don't know.
He told us it was the fog. It was something inhuman about the fog. But somebody had to create the fog at first.
So Beaufort takes out his notebook, and I'm going to jot down what was in this journal. Just bullet points. Just straight up just bullet points. And be like, for instance, like where it says Midsummer Year 446, write down like strange fog beneath the door. 2 be about the limbs feeling heavy, something unseen pulls at my bones, whispers are louder now. Entry 3, the mirror, and like how his eyes changed color, his thoughts were scattering. Like I'm just writing down bullet points. Like okay, this is
roll
weird.
me a d20 real quick.
Oh, okay. You want me to add anything to it or just roll it?
No, just a flat D20. Let's see how lucky you are.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
not bad. Could have been a lot
So-
worse. It was almost a net 1.
You're taking notes,
Right.
you're taking notes, you're jotting down, and then it dawns on you. Year 446 was like 120, 130 years ago.
That's weird. Did anyone notice the year that was written at the top?
Oh, fuck.
I pointed
Yeah,
out. I
but
pointed
I
the book
don't
around.
keep the well of time. 446. Yeah.
Actually, I take that back. It was just under 100 years, or just over. Hold on. It
Somewhere
is
between
currently-
100 and 110, somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
So I turn the book around and I show him. I point at the year. And I'm like, is that not weird? That guy's been down there since like 100 years ago?
No. Tyranny was locked away for 150 years, and she's bad as fuck.
Beaufort doesn't comment on that last part, but the part about her being locked up for like 150 years, he's like, oh, okay. I mean, but I'm saying like,
The Pendrakes lock away their secrets for centuries. Like, okay, get on board. Beaufort, they're bad people.
I don't necessarily know them that well. I don't know. This is my
Beaufort.
first like time being here like this.
Yeah. Beaufort, how old are you?
I think I'm like, hold on, let me. I don't want
Yeah,
to. I
I
actually,
Yeah,
think we
gotta
put
double check
you
that
at like
shit.
late 70s, early 80s.
yeah,
Wow.
I think I'm like 73 or 75, somewhere in there.
Christ, he's a grandpa.
I'm like
That's-
70,
Uh,
73.
For
Dwarves
dwarves,
live, they live
yeah,
like hundreds of years. Like they live for a long time.
about 300 to 400 years.
Yeah, so I'm pretty young
Right.
actually. I'm like in my like teen years. Is where I'm
Teenage,
at.
yeah.
He just started to grow into his beard.
Yeah. Hey, freshly groomed beard.
So you're 70, just about to grow up, and your point is that the guy's here for the last, was it
about 100
110
years.
years?
Yeah, something like that.
And your point is?
Well, I just found it weird that this has been going on for that long. Like it's not just him down there. There's multiple bodies. This is not just like a, 3 or 4 adventuring parties died down here. No, this has been happening for a long time.
I mean, wasn't there like 3 different generations of bad people doing bad deals down there in
Right.
bad faith?
Right.
Like, it's just tradition at this point that this is a bad place. Thus, Branch, yes, let's burn it down.
No. No. I'll take the blunt force trauma, okay? Y'all could say that it's bad or whatever. I'll keep this thing up because I want the money, okay? I'll find a way to get my own wagon. I'll do it. Beaufort's like, absolutely. This was the same conversation that him and Branch and Beaufort had earlier when y'all two were doing other, Calliope and Tyrius were doing other stuff. This is the same conversation we had the last time. We were like, look, I'm not going to burn it down, and I'm not going to let you burn it down. I want the money.
Okay, but, okay.
I'm just saying,
Something-
the last line of entry 5 is very telling.
Yeah, they told us to leave everything down there alone.
If that's the case, then why do you have all their stuff with you? Huh?
I was actually going to bring that up
Uh?
because if
I refuse
anybody
to let those good cigars go to waste.
I am
Fair enough.
a budding alchemist, and these were riches untold that I can use. So, fuck off.
entry 2
Hey,
I feel
says
no
the cask of
motherfucking...
wine should have been a boon, but they taste off.
Because he was turning into a fucking foggy demon. He craved flesh. There was nothing that was going to sustain him because, like, he wasn't alive anymore. For real, not really. Like, what are you guys reading? Why are we not the same things?
I mean, that was just
Boy.
entry 2. I just thought by entry 3 it was like that. I thought entry 2, he was like transforming. You know what I mean?
The very
What's
he
how does the
didn't
environment
escape
look like?
anything.
I just think we should be wary of the drinks since they've been in the same environment that's been transforming people for hundreds of years.
That's a very good point.
Are they corked?
However,
Are they corked?
everything is sealed. Everything is sealed and sealed well. Oh, it was
Okay,
amazing.
alright.
But they have
be
such
fine.
they have
I just-
incredible
okay,
tools
that's
down
good.
there, things that I wasn't able to carry, and
I mean,
I
the
would
fact
like
that they
to, I would like to have those.
want the drink still should be proof enough, even though, you know what I mean?
What's the area look like? Like foliage, I don't know, trees,
Oh, yeah.
forest.
It looks pretty fancy, actually.
Yeah, we're kind of standing in like it's like it's like a big tree with a big round door and the doorknob in the middle, and it's kind of like the grass. It's not like manicured grass, but it's like it's
Kind of
at least-
like a hobbit's place.
It's
or
it's a
Yeah.
hobbit door that is between three elder pines, kind of nestled in the root systems of it, and
Okay.
it's protected pretty much on all sides. There's one tree that's like directly above the cellars, and there's like two that are kind of offset from one another, so you actually have to follow the cobblestone trail to get to the door.
And if you step away from those, let's say 50, 100 feet.
I mean, if you like take the trail out to like the road, I guess, once it hits like the dirt path, it just looks like three like a whole bunch of tall pines got together. Like because there's these three that actually hold the cellars itself, but there's about 7 other of these like large pines scattered throughout the clearing. So it's a very obscured area. Like you can only really find this point of interest if you have a vague idea of where it is and if you can keep track of where the pines are.
Because I'm not opposed to the idea of getting everything up, taking as many as we need to hand in the quest, I guess, and bury the other ones outside the pines.
That's a good
So
idea.
Did Aaron draw a
bury
map?
all of them, cover them like nothing happened, and then come back, burn down the place, and sell the rest of them.
I actually like that idea because that knocks down 2 birds with 1 stone. People can't come
Yeah.
back here and die, and we get our gold.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
the grab a bunch of stuff, and then
Okay. Well, I
Let
I
them
would
be
like the
loose.
brewer's tools. So one of y'all want to help me with the heavy shit?
I'll help with the heavy stuff.
Thank you.
Bofer rolls up his sleeves, his chainmail and everything, rolls it up. He's like, all right, let's go get some more of that really good stuff, that hot dollar stuff, and starts walking back down the stairs.
Calliope's gonna fill up Princess Butterclop's saddlebags with what she has in her pack now so she can go and fill up again.
As you're emptying your pockets, Calliope, you feel a pair of arms kind of like wrap around your neck and shoulders as you hear Tyranny go, "Now, you wouldn't happen to be hiding another cigar somewhere on you, would you?"
Calliope smiled. Of course I did. Of course I am. And she goes into, I want to say the stone.
As soon as you open up the, I do believe it's a granite and crystal sealed box, immediately you are hit with the strong, very pungent smell of strong tobacco leaves. Like this cigar would knock the socks off most normal people.
Sorry, what was that? I got sidetracked.
These are very strong smelling cigars.
Calliope coughs a little bit and holds one out to Tyranny.
This one's free.
Oh, you've been holding out.
She smiles. I know what I'm holding out on.
She quickly grabs one of these short, thick cigars wrapped in a crimson-hued leaf. And she immediately like snaps her fingers and creates this very bright light as she lights this stubby cigar and inhales deeply. creates a very thick and slow-moving fog as she exhales. Yeah, this is an red ember rolls. This is a dwarven-made cigar.
Oh man. Damn.
So what's in that one, Tyranny? If you wouldn't mind me asking.
She smiles and goes, "It's a very fiery flavor." And as she says that, you can see like her mouth begin to like have that glowing effect that you've had with that bright teal liquor before, but this is like a deep red color that contrasts a lot with her overall very pale features.
Lappy's eyes widen. It's another magic one. What does this one do? How do you feel?
She smiles and she floats down to the ground. She grabs a rounded stone, probably a little bit bigger than her fist, as she takes her long white claws and just kind of begins to press with her fingers as clean cut marks are made into the stone.
Yup, I knew it. I knew it.
Wow. Lappy.
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask. I didn't know. Is anybody following me down to help me grab more barrels so that we can hide?
Branch will be helping with the move.
Hey,
Do I have
Tyrius,
to roll?
the idea you executed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go down there. I don't know if I need to make like a roll for climbing up to that little area where all those barrels were tucked away.
I would say at this point you're pretty able to get up there and like maneuver things down with people helping you. It's just takes time. Not gonna force you to make a roll and accidentally biff something.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna be moving them 2 by 2. I'm gonna like grab 2, gently toss them, like get them to the ground, go back, grab 2 more. I don't remember how many you said there were in that area, but I'm attempting to get all of them out the door so we can bury them or cover them somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, there's they are stacked in sets of 4 by 2, and this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet deep. Is that right? Am I counting that correct?
So
15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
what are you
40,
doing?
40 feet. So you're looking at 5 rows. So you're looking at like 48 casks.
That sounds about right. I'm gonna start moving them 2 by 2 out and try to get all 40. Now it'd be 40 because we already took, or 41 because we took 7 out. So I'm gonna start moving the 41 and try to get them out the door.
So this will eat quite a bit of time to do all this.
I liked Tyrius's plan. I liked his plan, and I like the idea of getting the valuables out. We already got most of the loot. We already got, well, I won't say most, I'll say all. We got all the loot out. Now the idea is we're about to get rich. And so, Beaufort likes that plan.
Rest of the mundane items to the loot and lores shortly.
Perfect.
But yeah, you're probably looking at like the better part of like 8 to 10 hours to move all these barrels down and out. Like quite of amount of time, because you also have to go up like 2 flights of stairs for the second layer into the first, and then from there you also have to bring them into the main foyer here, and then round them up the stairs, and then up the shorter staircase, and then up another staircase again. So it's a lot of work to move all 40-odd barrels.
So then never mind. Beaufort's going to come back to the door and make his way up the stairs, back to the door, while, assessing that situation. Come back up and say, hey, as much as I love Tyrius's plan, Mr. Tyrius, I give him finger guns and point at him. I'm like, I love the plan. This is going to take way too long. So what I'm going to do, and you let me know if I can do it, I'm going to walk up to the door and take out like one of my javelins or something with a sharp edge. And I'm going to scratch the runes, the dwarven runes that are on the door, and scratch them off.
They are ethereal and magic in nature, so there's no way you can actually take the runes off.
I thought they'd be carved.
They float out from the door.
Dang it! I thought they'd be.
But I mean, there is like the at the threshold of the door, there are runes that say Shireton Cellars on the floor.
Never mind. Beaufort's just gonna be like, does anybody have any ideas to like keep the door where we can get in? I don't have dispel magic or anything.
I mean, you guys could just close it up behind you, and it will reseal itself until the next unfortunate gaggle of 4 lower tries to enter, and then has to retreat.
Is there like a branch goes to a chair and breaks a leg off the chair and puts it in between the door like a doorstop? Like, what you think?
I don't hate it. However, if more fog monsters come out of the door, it's not gonna be great for whoever's on the path.
And I gesture outside to the fog around that's probably full of monsters. I'm like, okay, but you're right about that. But I feel like that's the whole place, low-key.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, doorstop it is. Other than that, I think Beaufort's gonna turn around to you all and go, "Hey, I walked here. Is there any way that I can hitch a ride with y'all to the people to deliver this stuff?"
You weren't coming?
Oh well, I didn't want to invite myself. I mean, I was kind of.
Your chin. Braided your beard. You're coming, buddy.
I look at Branch and Tyrius for like thumbs up, like confirmation.
Hey, don't look at me, ask the horses.
I'm taking that as a yes from you, big guy, and then turns and looks at Branch.
I give him a thumbs up, like, yeah.
All right. I like put both fists in the air, like pump my fist, and I'm like, all right, let's rock and roll.
I do not get on the thingy, the cabin, because
there's a lot of barrels in there. I'm walking to the side of it. I just don't want to, I don't want to go by myself anymore. I got here by myself, but I don't want to go back by myself. So I'm just gonna stand beside the carriage and kind of just walk beside it.
You're hungry? Okay.
Oh wow, that's pretty. That
So,
is exceptional.
Are you guys
pretty.
making your way back to Yada Odair and the guild, or are you continuing south to go to the Wyvern Nest?
I wasn't made privy to that plan, so I thought we were going back to the guild.
Oh, going to the Wyvern's Nest?
That's completely. If you go back, then we lose about 2 weeks, right?
I mean, you guys are only about 2.5 days out, I believe.
Oh.
From the guild.
Yeah. You guys made excellent time your first couple of days. You guys rolled real high on those survival checks. You guys fucking ate a lot of ground.
Awesome.
Okay. And the worm, was it the Wyvern, how far is it from?
It is south, and I think I put it at about 20-ish days, 19, 20 days, somewhere in there.
Yeah, we're going back to the
back to town, and
thing.
then we're gonna go. Let's go back to town. Maybe by then there's there's potions and stuff to use because they were out when we were there. I mean to buy from the potion store.
Yeah, and
I
you
go
don't
visit
have
my
to
buddies
pay
at the
for-
general store.
Yeah.
Beaufort's like walking beside the wagon, listening to all y'all talk about what you're gonna do, and just is like smiling. I'm not saying anything. I'm just kind of walking there and just kind of like smiling as I walk.
Yeah.
Through the shadows
I'm
of
sorry,
the
oops.
valley and that.
Do what?
They're walking through the valley of shadows and that.
My favorite valley.
Yeah. In case you don't get the reference, look it up.
At one point,
The guy was very cool, yo.
At one point, while we're walking, Beaufort's gonna take out his notebook while he's walking, and I'm gonna start like I flip to a new page, like closer towards the back. I have like some drawings of like map areas and stuff, or just like general areas that I know like the layout of, and I'm going to get a new page and I'm gonna draw like it looks like a children's drawing, but I'm gonna draw like a little like tree with like a door in it, and I'm gonna start mapping like where we're walking, how many paces, like just like every so often you'll see me kind of pull out my notebook and just start jotting down stuff in my notebook. But what I'm doing is I'm gonna be like getting a map drawn out of how to get back to this place because I'm for sure coming back and I'm gonna find a way in that building whether I have people with me or not.
You
Yes, sir,
see
cartographer.
Aaron eyeballing you and goes, you need tools for, you're not, all right, just give it here, and just kind of like grabs your notebook and like
Bofer's like, no, and like reaches up for my book. I'm like, no, don't take it.
Fine. Here, all right, fine. And she reaches in, grabs her own notebook and a large like side scroll, and takes out from her robes a large like mapping kit with a whole bunch of like tools and pencils and things to help you do calculations. And you see her like literally go full blown cartographer nerd, and is like mapping out and doing like these intricate illustrations on things. She's in nerd heaven right now. Aaron is happy as can be.
So is she sitting like up at like the driver's seat? Or is she walking?
She'd kind of be up on the driver's seat at this point, at least riding shotgun as she does this.
Is there an empty space up there? Is anybody else sitting up there?
It can be a 3-person bench.
Okay, Bofer's gonna climb up there and just like park it next to her and have a full blown nerd session of just like how do you how do you become a person who makes maps? Because I show her a couple of my maps and like this is all I've got, and it looks like a little kid drew these. I don't really know what I'm doing, and this is just for me to remember, and I don't necessarily know how to exactly map out, so I just use paces. Like I went 100 paces east or 100 paces north or something. That's all I use.
Well, there's a lot of different ways to make a map, I generally like to do like larger overall maps just because you can cover a greater distance, and the calculations are a little bit more complex, but that's kind of the cost that you need to make with a bigger map. The smaller the map, the less calculations, a little bit more loosey-goosey and personalized it can be. It's actually a really fascinating subject if you really get down into it, and she just goes into a full-blown like lecture mode.
Oh, Bofer's for it. Bofer is a very like learned student, and so it's very much so something that it's not necessarily his favorite thing in the world, but he does enjoy it, and so he's like, yeah, okay, and so he's taking mental notes on top of real notes in his little book, trying to like learn how to actually make a good map that I can for sure come back to and be like, this is exactly how I did it. This is exactly how I have to recreate the steps. Just going through it, and I listen to every single word she says.
Side note, Aaron has a doctorate in archaeology, so...
That's beautiful. That's lovely.
Turns out she's smart as fuck.
Bofer has a doctorate in swinging a sword and casting healing magic. That's about it. Well, Andy's a dwarf. Andy's a dwarf, so it's like forging. That's about it.
Brent has his GED.
Yeah, Steven has high school diploma and a CDL. That's about it.
Yeah. You got that thing on.
Brent has his goblin eradication diploma.
Yeah.
Okay, that's new. I never heard of it.
Beautiful.
Tyranny is still kind of floating above you all, and Calamara is currently kind of like on top of the cart and is doing her usual floofing of the feathers and singing about in this very like high-pitched melancholy bird tone. It's quite beautiful. It has pitches that are very high, and then it also has like this slight bass towards it. So it has this like dual tone as she sings.
Polly voice singing is
Seriously,
great.
still like, I still can't understand how can you give a seafood name of a bird or to a bird. I mean, it's like, who came up with this?
Calliope's gonna giggle and just walk past Terrius and try to harmonize with Calamara. It is a 13.
It's pretty hard to do. You find yourself kind of shifting to either the higher or the lower to try to like harmonize. It takes you a while, but you're able to kind of get the hang of the song itself that this Ribbons Phoenix is singing.
Beaufort, I don't think Beaufort actually fully met Tyranny, and what's the other one's name again?
Calamara. She
Calamara.
is a Ribbons Phoenix.
Okay, I don't think I was mostly approached by Tyrius, Branch, Calliope, and Aaron, so I don't really know. I saw them, like I knew they were there, but I didn't introduce myself. So Beaufort, as he's up there chilling with Aaron, and we're probably discussing all kinds of stuff, I'm going to look up and see, you said she's kind of floating above us. I'm going to look up and go, by the way, my name's Beaufort, and he's going to, mind you, he's still so short, even while he's sitting. He's going to, like, reach a hand up and be like, try to shake her hand. I don't know how high up in the air she is, but that's, like, his normal, like, saying hi thing is shaking hands. So he's like, my name's Beaufort. I didn't fully meet you. And he turns around in, like, the carriage and, like, does, like the big, like, turnaround. He goes, I also didn't meet you either. And reaches his, so he's got one hand in the back and one hand up in the air, and he's like, my name's Beaufort. Nice to meet you both.
You see Tierney kind
nice
of
to
like
meet you both.
you see her kind of dart from. She's probably like a good 5-6 feet above the cart's cover, and with a thick plume of smoke behind her and a small like travel trail of smoke. She comes next to you and kind of like mocks the way you're sitting, as if she's like riding an empty seat next to you on the cart, but she's just floating in the mid-air. She goes, "I'm Tyranny of the Golden Eden. A pleasure to meet you, Beaufort."
And so now he's doing this. He's got one arm back like this and one arm right here, and he's like, "Hi, that's really cool. How you do that? I'm gonna have to learn that at some point. That's really, really cool." And then turns around to give attention to Calamara behind me as well.
Calamara is a bird. I will repost the art for you.
I thought it was like Aarakocra. My bad, my fault.
Nope, 1 second. Copy image. I'll just DM you directly.
I'm gonna follow this. Okay, yeah, Beaufort's still gonna turn around and go, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? All right, well, anyway, to the bird, y'all said the bird's name was Calamara?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hi, Calamara. I'm like trying to do like, you know how when people talk to like little babies almost, they're always like talking real slow and like real drawn out, and they're like, my name is, like, that's what kind of what Beaufort's doing. Beaufort's like, my name is Beaufort. Nice to meet you. And I look over at Tierney and I'm like, if she's still there, I'm gonna be like, I don't know how to talk to a bird. I don't know if they speak back or anything. I don't know.
Mara speaks. You just kind of gotta speak in choppy sentences. She's learning her language again.
Oh, okay. So then Beaufort goes back, and it's still very much like, doesn't know whether to like shake hands, bow, curtsy. So he's like, hi. He turns back around. He's like, so he feels so stupid. He's like, oh, that was really dumb.
Calliope's just gonna smile, and she looks over at Calamara.
Yeah, new friend!
And she points to Beaufort.
In your head, you see and feel Calamara doing the little happy dance as she goes, "Friend, new friend." And you hear her kind of whistling and singing in the back of the cart.
That's cool. I turn back to Tyrion and I say, by the way, how do you do that? If you don't mind me asking, I don't want to be rude. How do you? That's really cool. I'm 4 foot. That's really cool to be able to go up that high.
She kind of like ponders for a moment and goes, how to describe it? I suppose a passive skill would be the correct way to describe it. I don't really have to think about it. It just kind of innately happens. And she tokes on this like thick stubby cigar again, and this like super thick plume of smoke just erupts from her mouth as she exhales. She has a very happy face on right now. Her eyes are lit with all sorts of like lights. Her eyes themselves are like solid gold. It almost looks like molten gold. But there's just like this gleam of happiness in her eyes as she has this like little smirk on her face as she's enjoying this fair bit of travel.
See, and is she still puffing on the dwarven one?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Those things burn for hours.
Does Beaufort recognize it?
Oh yeah, this is a very common like dwarf cigar. Like it's a high-end cigar, but every dwarf warrior knows about those.
Yeah. Beaufort sniffs and goes, "Where did you get that?"
She smirks and goes, "Wouldn't you like to know?"
I turn directly around to Calliope. I go, "Calliope, where did she get that cigar?"
Calliope, her eyes widen and she's gonna look at Beaufort.
Well, you could be nice to me or something. You don't interrogate friends. You ask, like, hey, can I have a cigar, please, from the spooky dungeon that we all went down in, and you took some time to explore, goddammit?
No. Sorry. Let me rephrase. I got really excited and it came out very rude. I apologize. That's not what I meant. Okay, so here's the deal. Those that she's smoking are like battle dwarf, my kin, my people. Those are like, before battle you take one of those. Like, those things are they're real.
They make
deal.
you super strong.
Yeah, like they are the real deal.
Yeah, I was thinking we could smoke some and move those barrels up, but I didn't want to say anything. Because y'all seem kind of reserved.
It's cool. It's all cool. I smelt it and it made me think of a few things, and so I got really excited, and I can't lie, it kind of made me a little homesick. But point being, I got really excited. I apologize for coming off like a asshole. I didn't mean to. I was just really excited.
Oh, well, if you're homesick for one, she takes another drag out of it and then offers the cigar to you.
Beaufort bows his head in severe appreciation, just bows his head, grabs it, and he's gonna take one big drag off of it and hand it back, and I'm holding it in, and Beaufort, as he's holding it in, is just savoring every second of it, and mutters some dwarven battle cries like I had done previously under his breath, and breathes it out, but doesn't blow it out, and just lets it kind of drain into his beard and flow down. He looks back up and he turns back around to Calliope and says, "Thank you," and then looks at Tyranny very intently. Is like, thank you. And then it sits back down to his notebook and keeps going.
Is it clear that it was a battle cry?
Yeah, so the one that more than likely was the one that I was thinking of anyway. I'll read it to you. Give me 1 second.
No, but it's I mean, if it's clear to everyone that it's a battle cry.
Unless you speak Dwarvish, probably not. But what you hear is Throkargash Aldum Fain, which means, if you speak Dwarvish, it means shadow smothers flame, but the forge is never cold. And so he's just kind of muttering that, not rudely or intensely, just kind of muttering it, and just it's you could tell just by looking at him that this is a very serious moment of excitement. And it's very much so living in the moment type thing. He's very excited about it. And then as he lets it all out, says thank you a whole bunch to Calliope, turns to Tyranny and says a thank you even more, and then just goes right back to his notebook and starts. And I'm still right now at this point. He's writing down Tyranny's name. She's can float. Writing down specific traits about her, and then going back to Calamara and doing the same thing. Not a person is actually a bird. Like it's like just like writing that all down.
Calliope is gonna cast light on her hair and run quickly down the stairs one more time. And she's
Oh, we
gonna
are not on the
go.
way yet. I thought we
Oh,
were
I thought
already
you
on the
guys were
way.
on the way.
Oh, were
already.
we? Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Damn. Oh well. My
Yeah, I
poor
think
hammer. I have to go
we
and
already
find a
traveled
new
like a
one.
day.
Oh, I thought you already picked up your hammer.
Did I?
That's what I thought
Yeah.
too. Yeah, that was
Oh, thank God.
when I made the final swoop and said, "Did everybody grab everything?" And
Oh
Mitch was
my
like, "Oh yeah, y'all
God.
would have gotten everything." I'm like, "Okay, cool, we're good." And
Thank God. Oh, thank
have-
God. Because I'm like, oh no, my fucking hammer. It flung against the wall.
I have a feeling that Calliope kind of passed out for a day from a cigar or something, and then just
Probably.
woke up.
Yeah.
That cigar set her back like half an hour.
Sounds about right.
Probably,
Time
yeah.
worked real
Meanwhile, Tyranny is on her fucking second of the day and is thoroughly enjoying it.
Oh yeah. Just out of curiosity, those cigars specifically are made by dwarves for battle dwarves. Is that
They are essentially like a luxury cigar.
Right,
Like,
right.
they will give them out to military members during like major conflicts, like when they're like, "Hey, like the entire dwarven clan system is currently at war. Here is a gift to the army.
Right.
Use at your own discretion." But otherwise, it is just like a luxury cigar. It is grown under mountain, and this is like a red-leafed tobacco.
Right.
And it dries like this very crimson, bright red color.
Beautiful. My thing, what I was gonna say is like, is this something that can be easily gotten a hold of, like just at a shop, or is this like an actual like this is real deal luxury? Like we should not have found these.
I mean, it would be shocking for like a regular person to like have these in their shop.
Okay.
Most of them will be held by like nobility of like the mountain homes. Like this, I don't necessarily want to say it's like a status symbol, but is definitely like something that you can bust one of those out when you have like guests of honor over and they're like, "Oh shit, that's a fucking nice thing to have."
Beaufort puts on his to-do list, hunt down more of these cigars. Because he genuinely forgot about them, and that whiff reminded him of them. Like, he's like, oh my God. That's why he writes it down in his to-do list.
I mean, Calliope did break open a brand new box, so a full
like
box
5
should
of 'em.
have, I think, those are I think there's like 20 to a box because they're short and stubby. So I think there's like 20 of those to a box. They're laid horizontally in the
Calliope takes out like 5 of them and holds them out, and then quickly puts them back in her pack. And she's like,
Wait, I'm on horseback, but you can have some.
I
Ranch
politely
2 will like some cigars.
politely Beaufort kind of looks at you and says, "Those are all yours. You found them. No sweat. I'll find some for me. I can probably even go back and talk to some of my kin and try to, figure out something with them or something like that. But don't worry about it. Now, if
you have cigar contacts, we are going to be very good friends."
I look up at her and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, and go for a fist bump without trying to explain it and see if she knows what it is.
She looks at you and goes, "Julia, I do believe I seen you making that gesture earlier, but before that, she reaches up her sleeve and she pulls out a large square gold coin and puts it in your hand and goes, "If you ever find yourselves in the neighborhood of your contact, please splurge and just give me some."
Is this that same square coin that I saw in the vision?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're worth about 1,000 gold coins.
Yeah. And so he's like, sure. Yeah. I mean, if we ever get a chance to make it around, or if y'all want to follow me one day and go out there, I mean, yeah, we can always, and he like starts to dwindle in his speech and goes, yeah, we can go back. Yeah, that's fine. And puts it in his pocket and says, yeah, for sure. Well, I'll take care of it.
Oh, that'll be the most splendid afternoon.
Shame on you. Now I feel completely excluded. All of you cigarettes completely ignore the tobacco people. Shame on you.
I look at Tyrion and I go, hey man, you're invited too. I know we got off on the wrong foot. You're invited too.
What do I do with a cigar? I smoke a pipe.
Did you not see? Did you not see me take it out and put it in my lip? It's just tobacco leaves. You could do whatever you want with it. You just unroll it, put it in the pipe, pack it down, light it. Does the same thing.
That is blasphemy. That's blasphemy.
Beaufort takes. He still has the chaw on his lip. It's at this point. It's past the 10 minutes. It's just for flavor. He takes it out and goes, "Look, you can do the same thing." And puts it back in his lip.
Tyrius is going to look at Tyrion and he's like, "And you want to make a deal with him? He doesn't even know what he's eating. It is.
I'm not eating it. I'm not eating. It's just right here, and I open my mouth like this. Like it's not getting eaten. It's just sitting there. It does the same thing as inhaling it, kind of.
God, where's Aaron? Boys are so gross.
Aaron looks up. I'm sorry. What? Where are we again? Oh, and kind of like looks around. Oh, we've gone quite a ways. Oh, cool. And just kind of like goes back to her map making calculations and sketching out on the map like small details of the road and how it like ebbs and flows. Like her map making skills are very good.
Go, Aaron.
Tyrius just looks at Aaron and says, "Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, ooh, nice map." Turns back to was it Boffer? Oh, I'm going to kill you one for that moment.
Beaufort looks at you and says, "Hey, actually, if you got a minute, can I talk to you for just a second?" And he like jumps. He looks over and like finds a spot to jump off and jumps off and walks to the side of the carriage to see if you'll follow him.
But he does.
Okay, cool. So he comes back, and I just want to pull you aside and be like, "Hey, man, I know we got off on the wrong foot. If there's anything that I did to cause you distrust or cause you to not like me, I apologize. That was not my intention. If you have any kind of like, like the good the magic that can detect good and evil. I know some people are pretty good at that kind of affinity type thing, and you want to cast it on me. I'm more than willing. I want to make sure that we're good, because like when you fell down that hole, I tried my best to like heal you and get you back up to speed, but you were kind of like at me. I just want to make sure we're good. I'm not trying to hurt you, I swear."
I have no beef with you. Beside the fact that tobacco and that's just unforgivable. Let's just state that, put that out there. That's blasphemy. Other than that, I have no beef with you, man.
He smiles.
I'll just shove your ass. What was it? Your ass or your head? Your head, right?
You did put me on my ass. You did put me on my ass.
And that was your head against the door frame. I apologize for that. It's I kind of felt funny, and I thought it'd be funny.
It's all good. He reaches out. He reaches out for hands.
Technically, it was funny.
It was. It was. It wasn't funny until after. It was funny. It wasn't funny in the moment, but to me at least. But it was funny after. I agree. I put out my hand to like shake your hand, and I'm like, I just want to make sure we're good, man. That's all.
Fine.
Well.
And as you shake my hand, just for a show of friendship, Beaufort's gonna cast Bless on you.
Aww.
Just like as a show of like, hey man, I hope we can get past whatever kind of like, for some reason, Beaufort felt like a beef between us. He's gonna cast Bless as we shake hands, and so you get it's a D4. It's a D4 to any saving throw, check, or attack roll.
How does that feel how does it look and how does it feel when you kind of
So whenever we clasp hands, in the middle of our hands where, the palms of our hands are touching, you see like a bright, not bright, but like a kind of brighter white light kind of emerge from our hand. And it feels honestly like someone took like a lantern and put it up near our skin, not enough to burn, but enough for you to feel the warmth. But right before I let go of your hand, there is like a small like bit of shadow that comes out and like takes the light out of, like, tries to eat the light in our hands, And as that happens, I let go of your hand. I'm like, yeah, man, I just want to make sure we're good.
It's like a kind of like a calming sensation.
Yeah. It's just I will say like it's probably pretty obvious because we're face to face. As soon as the light starts to get eaten by this like kind of like foggy, like shadow almost, that light begins to kind of get swallowed in it. I let go of your hand. Like it's not like a gradual let go of your hand. It is a pull away from your hand. Like we're good. I just want to make sure we're good.
All right. So his face is going to like all the worries go away, right? And then all of a sudden returns, becomes completely flustered, becomes completely like not angry, but the look on the face is like he's angry, runs away. 5 minutes later comes back. Your intentions were good. I understand that. But next time when you do that, please warn me because I almost pissed myself. Calming sensation was perfect. I almost let go all the muscles in my body. So please, next time warn me first.
Beaufort giggles and says, "That's what you get for shoving me," and then like kind of like not hits you, but like kind of like taps you on the arms, like we're good. I'm sorry. I'll let you know next time.
Did you say that punching part out loud?
Yeah, like I don't actually like punch. I like do that, like an arm tap. Like I give
No,
you.
no,
Like,
no. What I mean is that's what you get for was it shoving me against the door or
yeah,
something?
yeah. Like I whisper it to you. I don't say it out loud where they can all hear. I'm like, "That's what you get for
I got
shoving
it.
me," and I kind of give you a little shove, and I'm like, "We're good, buddy. I'll let you know next time."
Oh, by the way, I'm still angry about the tobacco, so you have to make amends about that one too.
He's like that. Beaufort leans in back to you and goes, "That's fair. That's perfectly fair. I get it. I fully get it."
Can everyone roll me survival checks, please?
Yo. So
Please let me
Tyrius,
have a decent.
Tyrius is blessed, and because of last session we haven't rested or anything, and I haven't broken
16.
concentration. Branch, you are also blessed, so you have a D4 to attack rolls, checks, and saving throws.
Oh boy.
Well, in that case, in
I
total,
rolled
I
an
think
11.
I rolled 21.
22.
Are you kidding me? I have a +6 and I rolled a 4 and got a 10. This is ridiculous.
I mean, I got 16. Is it necessary for me to use my bliss now? I might just save it for
No,
something.
this isn't bless is not bardic inspiration. It doesn't go away after you use it. It only goes away if I break concentration. So you can use it indefinitely.
All right then.
Yeah, use
You
it on
said
every
a D6?
roll. No, D4.
D4?
Yeah.
Okay, 19.
There you go.
Ooh.
Thank you, good sir.
Mm-hmm.
You 19.
Tell me how I have a +6 in survival and still only rolled a 4. What is going on? What is going
That's
on?
crazy.
Yeah.
I got a 10, but it could have been way better.
Better. Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
It's like my
understand.
sorcerer I made many
I
years
got
ago. I made
+5
him
and
to be
16.
specifically like a long range, like blaster caster. I could only ever hit with my touch spells.
Oh, wow.
It was messed up.
Yeah, it sounds messed
It was
up.
hilarious, but it was messed up.
Curse.
It was hilarious, but it was messed up.
Come on, inflict wounds is a really good spell.
So are we? I'm assuming since it's a 2-day or so travel, we have to camp out in the woods for a minute.
Mhm.
Okay.
And as you all you guys got at least a couple hours of travel in before you notice that the cotton candy skies above suddenly and very drastically, almost over what seems like maybe only a minute or so, goes from this beautiful cloudy skyscape of purples and golds and blues now suddenly turns dark and cloudy as the thick fog from the forest seems to double over on itself, gaining mass both in thickness and in height. The fog itself seems to grow around you and obscure your vision.
Oh no. Oh no. Bofer immediately begins his heart rate goes up.
We're back to the forest. We passed through, so I guess it's normalish.
I mean, the fog does become more active at night, but this is unusual for it to shift the atmosphere like it did. Nighttime comes quick, but not that quick. And the fog generally rolls in well into the night. Usually like 10, 11 o'clock is when the fog rolls in this thick, but this was near instantaneous.
Well, I having a feeling that we are going to look at, was it Tiran? Was it Tirana? I forgot the name.
Tyranny.
Tyranny, yeah, that's the one. And then for kind of answers.
You see her put her finger up to the cigar as the embers in the cigar immediately die off. Taking the cigar and putting it up her sleeve and it vanishing, she looks around and goes, "Perhaps we should get off the road. Find a neat little nook to hide in for a moment."
All right. I agree with that.
Bofer isn't listening. His heart rate's sky high.
Who's driving?
Aaron.
The horses. No, Erin is mapping.
I'm dead.
Or yeah.
I thought Sirius was
I
driving.
thought Calliope was driving.
So
Calliope
everybody
is
thought
always
someone
on.
else is driving. I guess the
Calliope has
horses
her
already
own
know where to
horse.
go home.
Calliope is always on Princess Butterclops.
I forgot about Princess Butterclops every time.
Let's say Tyrius. Tyrius, you want to say you're driving?
Yeah, I was driving. I was driving all along.
I was driving
Hey, Tyrius. I think it would be good for us to pull over. Should we like, maybe right over there? There's a little spot between those trees. Try to
Hey, sound
set
good
up
to me, man.
and shit. I'll over there and set up camp real quick.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's pretty. To Steven, not to Bofer.
Yeah, right? Like, this is eerie. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous, but oh.
As y'all are moving the wagon to like get to a spot where we can hide out or chill out for a minute, Bofer has not moved. I'm still sitting up there next to Aaron, but I'm dead stare. Like it's that thousand yard stare, just not moving, not talking, just.
Calliope, are you listening for voices or are you tuning it out?
I think at this point she'd be listening. We're in the dark. It feels like a magic dark because baby mama couldn't light her cigar.
Oh no, she purposely put out the embers on her cigar.
Oh, I thought you said she went to light it and it went out. I was like, oh fuck, what the fuck? All right.
As you open up your mind, expecting whispers, there's just this low, gravelly grumble. It almost sounds like large boulders being shifted. Just this deep.
Does it sound like the umbral speaking that I heard the shopkeep use in my mind?
It literally sounds like two large boulders rubbing up against one another.
Calliope is gonna look back at everybody.
So avalanche, teeth gnashing. I don't know, something crumbly.
get nothing out of Bofer.
I
Nothing.
don't understand you.
Cookie crumble, haystack. House.
Indeed. No. Hey, listen. So I asked the voices, or I'm listening, because you know the fog. It talks. It talks all the time. It never shuts up. But
Mm.
this time it didn't sound whispery. It sounded like, I don't know, like rocks, like a mudslide, like just earth crushing earth.
Oh, I see. I thought we were saying out loud. Was it stupid words and stuff?
Curious. You're so mean.
I know. I know, right?
You shared your cigar earlier. We can't be too mad, but yeah, let's find camp.
Shoot. I guess we're gonna start setting up camp around the caravan.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys can easily kind of pull off the immediate road and not necessarily like full on hide, but you guys can definitely make a comfortable little spot for yourselves. The trees aren't so densely packed here where it makes it hard to maneuver.
Can I roll to scavenge the nearby forest for like a fucking camouflage type?
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be a survival check for sure.
Thank you, good sir. Give me one moment while I do that. Survival, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Quickity.
Bofer, roll
It's
me
11.
a
That's a
wisdom saving
blessing.
throw.
Oh, what a
Oh.
blessing! Is that the D4
Yes.
and other thing?
Wait, you say Bofer or
Bofer
Ranch?
would Bofer roll me a wisdom save. Bofer, in this state, would you be concentrating on bless still?
Yeah, it would still be back of mind, it's not on the forefront, not at all,
15.
but it's definitely still there. It'd be something that like I know I casted it and I know that I'm using it for my new companions, so it needs to stay on them. I'm not letting it go.
Gotcha. With a 15, easy enough to scavenge up some large branches and foliage to kind of drape over one side of the cart to help obscure it from the road view.
Thank you. Good
I
sir.
rolled a 22 wisdom save.
You really did that,
Wowzers.
man.
You are, I imagine, very much on the defensive, and you can feel like those little like whispers kind of beginning to try to get in your ear, but you are walled off. Your mind, a mental fortress, away from the whispers. However, with you also being a mind elementa with a elementa stone, you would also hear this like deep bassy, like gravelly grinding sound. It's not even something that you hear, you kind of like feel it like a bass.
I Beaufort has been sitting here. He hasn't moved. Y'all have all gotten up to make camp and everything. I'm still sitting in the driver's seat, holding something on my chest, and just 1,000-yard stare. When I hear the gurgle or like the two rocks rubbing together, I'm gonna retreat to my notebook. And can I roll to see if I've heard that before?
Yeah. This would be a history.
History.
And with it being recorded, make it advantage.
Oh, first roll is 16. Second roll is 8. So 16.
16. The fog takes on a lot of voices and impersonations, sounds, and feelings. This bassy sound, you've never experienced it before, but you have heard of it from other travelers that have been out in the fog for a period of time. You've heard of this phenomenon before.
Okay. Would I, with a 16 on that roll, would I know if it's a positive reaction or negative reaction? Or is it just like, this is what happened, I heard this?
Yeah, it's more or less just like rumors and experiences from other like travelers, adventurers, mercenaries, bodyguards for caravans. Like it's few and far between, but you have heard of this phenomenon happening out in the fogs.
Okay. While they're all um setting up camp and doing all their other stuff, I'm not stepping away like away, but I'm gonna kind of find a spot near the carriage or something like that where I kind of feel like they're not gonna bother me, and I'm gonna grab hold of my necklace and get on my knees and just kind of say a prayer softly to myself so that nobody hears me, or I try to make sure nobody hears me. And I'll just say, um, you've come through twice now. It's been many years since I've felt you. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. If you could give me some kind of, is this a better fog bad guy, like one that's not so bad? Is this a really bad one? Is this okay to make camp here? Do I need to keep my friends and companions moving? What do I need to do to keep us safe?
Roll me a D100. Roll me a D100.
Yeah. Ooh, 12. That might be really good. I can't remember.
So, as you make this silent plea out to whoever you worship, a few moments goes past, and off in the far, far distance, it almost sounds like the singing of an anvil. From your perspective, it would be northwest of your current position, far, far off, many, many miles.
Bofer hears it. I know the crap that this fog pulls on you. I'm not gonna get up and move towards it, but I'm gonna acknowledge it and take it as a, like, normally when, dwarves are forging a sword or forging a weapon, it takes sincere hard work and time and diligence. So Bofer takes that as a sign of stay, like you're good. So I'm not moving. I'm not gonna go towards it because I don't trust going out there into the fog away from everybody and away from camp where there's torches and light and people. But I'm gonna take it as some kind of sign like we're good. And so I'm gonna stay here, and I'll get up, clap my hands together, and just one last time hold on to my necklace, and I'll say, if that was really you and not this fog trying to play tricks on me, I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you. And in Dwarvish, I don't have the translations in front of me, but in Dwarvish says praise Morodin to the fire staying lit or something along those lines. Just trying to send up a final praise moment, and then let's go of his necklace. I'm gonna rejoin everybody and be like, all right, what can I do to help?
At this point, Branch has already put up camouflage and foliage on one side of the cart to hide it from the road. I assume everyone else was doing little things like getting firewood and clearing an area for everyone to more or less lay down for a rough night's sleep. But yeah, at this point, it's pretty much just the finishing steps, laying out bedrolls and deciding who's doing guard duty and when.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at everybody and I'll say, if you want me to, I'll take first watch. I'll take first watch and get situated. Because I know I didn't really help, so I'll take first watch if y'all are cool with that.
I didn't really help, he says, after nearly dying, slaying most of the monsters, carrying most of the fucking barrels.
I
and
meant
then
helping with
kinda-
camp. I meant helping with camp. I feel bad. I
Oh.
didn't help with camp. I'll take first watch because I didn't really help.
Calliope is gonna do her best to start a fire.
Give me a survival check.
Can we start a fire, little girl? We cannot.
Oh no.
Both is gonna run over to her and be like, "No, you're twisting. You're twisting too slow. You gotta get it going really fast. I'll roll one and see if I can help you out." I cannot help you out. Holy crap! I rolled in that one. Holy crap! I rolled in that one.
Here comes an eye roll.
Yeah, I get over there. I'm like, you're doing too slow. Hold on, and I start doing the thing like this and trying to get it going, and nothing's happening. Just absolutely
Here comes
nothing.
an eye roll, and
We cannot fucking do this!
Yeah.
It's at this
Turns
point
himself.
where you see floating above, Tyranny is giggling at you all as she's using control flames to smother everything.
Oh no! I look at Tyranny and I go, "That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. That's a good one." I reach up for a fist bump and see if she's gonna give me one.
She kind of floats down to eye level with all of you, and still kind of like it's almost like she's floating on her belly with her hands in her palm. She kind of floats around and goes, "It would probably be best not to draw much attention to ourselves tonight. The fogs seem curious. Don't know why." And she kind of seems to be like looking about.
That sentence alone sends a shiver down Bofer's spine, and he's like, "Yeah, good call. And he goes, "Yeah, I'll take first watch. Do we do it? Do y'all do it in pairs? I imagine."
Yeah.
And I look at Branch. I'm like, "You want to hit the first watch? We didn't do it last time. Maybe we can take it this time."
Yeah, we can do first watch this time. Sure.
Perfect. So Bofer goes and gets up. He's about as tall as the wheel on the wagon, and then like sets up his bedroll to be kind of like a pillow rest spot for his back, and just plops down and all right, and like starts grooving his back, scratching his back like a bear on the wheel, and he's like, "All right, okay, yeah, I got it." Me and Branch, and I look at Branch and I give you the finger guns or whatever. I start pointing at you. I'm like, we got it. We didn't get to do it last time. Take first watch. We'll take it first time this time.
Yeah. Branch, he throws his spear into like the upper base of a tree and jumps to it and uses it to relax himself and keeps an eye out for stray animals he can hunt for game.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna look at Tyrius and I'm gonna say, "Hey man, so since you're gonna be taking a snooze,
A nappy poo.
since you're taking a snooze on my watch, I'm gonna go ahead and pull." And I lean in close, and I'm like, "I'm gonna pull that spell off you and keep. I gotta have some room to be able to cast other stuff in case something shows up."
It's okay.
Cool. So I'm gonna unconcentrate on his bless so I can open up one more spell slot and be done with that. And so that way I have one. And I look at Branch and I'm like, "I got one heal in the chamber. So if something happens, make sure it counts."
Gotcha, you're locked and loaded.
Yeah, and so I plop I plop myself. It's not a light plop either. I'm 4 foot, but I'm sturdy, and boom, it's plop down and scratch my back like a bear on the wheel and open my notebook and start writing again and just chill out.
Calliope's gonna.
Go ahead.
Calliope's gonna start the beginning of fussing.
Oh, I had stuff I really wanted to look at.
And she's just gonna pass out right where she's standing.
I'm gonna look at Tyranny before I don't know if she sleeps or not, but I'm gonna look at her. I'm like, "Hey, do you know the sleeping magic? Do you know that?"
I do.
This is an odd question. We just met. But if I'm going to be traveling with y'all, is it possible that either you can hit her with that when it's time for her turn to sleep, or maybe teach me that or something? Because I can't lie. That girl would not go to sleep earlier when we were in that cellar.
I know it a little. Well, my sleep is a little bit different than most others.
That's
But
cool.
entirely doable.
Okay, cool. Wait, whatever you decide. Whatever you decide. I don't know if you work in like favors or gold or what, but you just let me know if you're cool with teaching me it, or if you just want to be around for when it's time to cast it on her. That's great too. Just something, because that girl right there did not. I look at Branch, I'm like, back me up on this. She did not want to go to sleep when we told her to.
Yeah, she's a rowdy one for sure.
And I'm doing this. I'm like, I look like a showman, just like pointing at Branch, like, listen to him, like he can help me out here.
In my defense, Calliope passed out, alright? After fucking one. She does go to sleep. She got woke the fuck up because Tyrius fell in a hole.
That is also true.
And then when they said it's fine if she goes back to sleep, guess what? She passed the fuck out again.
It's true. It's true.
Point still stands. Beaufort's like fully intent on learning this sleep spell. If Tierney's like will like actually teach it to him, he's very intent on like, if you're cool with teaching it to me, it'd be real useful for situations exactly like this.
Ruby Calliope.
You see Tyranny look over at Tyrius, and she kind of smirks as she seemingly blows this. It's almost like this gold platinum speckled plume of like slightly tinted air. Tyrius, what is your total HPs?
19. Just 1 second though, because I'm not sure if it's a set here, but resistant to sleep magic.
Are you now? Oh yeah, you might have
I'm looking it up because it's a Fae thing.
As she's trying to show it to me, she casts it on the one guy who has sleep resistance.
That would be hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
That would be hilarious.
Please be resistant, Tyrius, please.
Yeah, hold on. Class features, right? Oh, sorry, was it really strong?
Let's take a gander here. Should be right at the top of your sheet. You do not have any active defenses.
No, damn it. That was one of the...
Oh, that would have been funny.
As you hear Tyranny go, don't panic, it's just gonna be a really good nap. And your world suddenly goes black as you pass the fuck out, as she uses her sleep on you.
Does sleep have a saving throw?
Hers is based off your HP.
Willikers.
Yeah, that's the one that Beaufort's looking for.
Are you sure? Calliope's HP is a 30.
That's the one.
Oh, she didn't. She didn't use it on Calliope. She used it on Tyrius. But yeah, you have this like moment where you smell this very like pleasant, sweet, flowery aroma, and you just get really, really drowsy and just instantly pass out like directly into REM sleep. Like there is no like blinking and like fighting the sleep. It just happens. You're instantly dreaming.
Yeah, Beaufort pulls out his notebook and goes. So how did you do that? How did that feel? And he's like, I want to let her know, like, I'm not trying to be a weirdo. This is like, I'm a studying guy. Like, this is really fascinating to me.
It's like breathing air. You just kind of do it.
Weird, but cool. Cool. And so Beaufort writes it for real. Beaufort writes it down. He's like breathing air. Okay. Like what kind of air? Like a big exhale, or like just kind of like your casual breathing?
It is like a deep exhale.
Perfect. All right, cool. Hey, that's cool. And was that an inherited power, or was that something you learned?
Oh, I was born with this.
Beautiful. Oh, wait, does
just
that mean...
as my mother had it, and my mother's mother, and my mother's mother before her.
And I go, oh, does that mean that I have to be born with it too?
For this particular one, very likely, but there are lesser variants that are arcane derived. It's
Oh,
not completely helpless thoughts.
okay,
Hopeless
cool,
thoughts.
cool. And so he starts writing down. He writes on his to-do list, "Convince Tyranny to teach me this spell," and then closes his notebook and goes, "All right, we're on watch. Appreciate that." And then sits back down.
Branch and Bofer, roll me perception checks as rests have begun and you guys are now on full watch.
All right.
So you still have bless. I just took Tyrius's away, so you still have your bless.
Oh my god, I'm gonna need it.
Well, too bad I didn't have. Well, I have +4, so I got a 10.
I got +3.
So
What's
we
all
both
got?
got 10s.
I got 10. Yeah, all right.
So,
Oh.
Probably a good hour and 15 minutes goes by, and it's completely still. Like the fog is swirling about you, and it's quiet. Tyranny is relaxing, gently floating next to the cart. Not really paying attention to anything, just mindlessly floating about in a relaxed position as the rest of the party sleeps.
I look up
Branch, you're the first one to notice that off in the distance, especially from your elevated position, you notice that there's this big plume of fog just rolling in like a tidal wave.
Mm.
And then the winds
Oh.
start to kick up. The pine trees begin to shift and dance around you, Branch, and Bofer on the ground. It is a cacophony of rustling leaves and branches and the creaking of large trees all around you.
Oh my.
I'm gonna look up at Branch and just kind of, I'm gonna make like a signal and be like, "Do you see? Do you see?" I'm pointing at you and asking, "Do you see what's coming? Like, do you see it?"
I make it clear that I see it without making any loud noises, and I signal for him to maybe like get somebody else alert on it. I hate to have to work the whole party up just because he looking eerie around, but you know.
You said Tyranny is floating near the carriage.
She is now invisible.
Oh, wonderful.
Um,
Bofer
yeah.
is going to draw his sword and his javelin that are still coated in holy water, because he never stabbed or cut anything to get the holy water off of it, so it's still on there. I'm gonna actually move myself. If the party are we behind Branch? When you set this up, would you say that we are like we put the wagon closer to the road and stacked up behind the wagon, or would you say we're in front of it?
I would say we are in front of it.
In front of it. Okay. Bofer, you're up in a tree. Bofer is going to move to the edge of the camouflage that you set up. And I'm going to kind of like use my fingers and hands to kind of like break through some of the rustle and kind of get through some of it to see if I can see anything outside of the camouflage that he's created.
Give me another perception check.
Did you just say the branch was on the tree?
Yeah.
Yes.
He is white-tailed deer based, so he has quite the jumping and leaping capability.
I didn't know it was white-tailed deer. Yeah, that's an insane jump.
Yeah, the centaur hiding on a tree. It's like an elephant hiding in a bush.
Branch is the greatest ambush predator.
Fair.
I rolled
Hey,
in that
no
one.
disrespect, and no, racial prejudice and stuff.
It was my whole thing. But
Allow me a moment to contemplate something. I'm going to mute myself for a moment.
Steve Willikers, Batman.
I rolled in that one, so
That's
on my perception.
great.
So that's great. That's wonderful.
Am I supposed to roll also again or something? Or?
If you wish to make another perception check from your elevated position, absolutely.
Please God. Oh
I will. I
Please.
will absolutely do that.
Please God.
While that rolls, Gopher, as you're looking out from there's camouflage makeshift wall that Branch has built, looking out amongst the
19.
bushes
Roll the
and
bless. Roll the
shrubs
bless.
and trees
Okay,
that
okay,
are dancing around you all with these heavy winds that are just tearing through this area. Mixed with the fog, it creates these unusual shapes that catch your eye, and everywhere you
23.
look, you can swear that there's something moving in and about, small figures, large figures, scampering in and out of bushes and around. It's unsettling, and as you're frantically looking around, your eyes darting from left to right and back again, you can swear your eyes lock on with something in the bushes, but as soon as you blink, it's gone.
Bofer
Mm.
begins to, what the medical term is, panic, and steps away from the edge of the camouflage, stands in the middle of everybody where we attempted to build a fire, and gets eyes on everyone that's on the ground. So that's Aaron, Calliope, and Tyrius. I look up at Branch, who's more than likely behind me. I'm gonna look up at him, and I'm no longer like, I'm not being loud, but I'm not being quiet either. I go, I pray to God that I'm wrong. I pray to the wonders of Morodin I'm wrong. I'm like, there are dancing things out there. I personally, like, his blood pressure is like not slowly rising, it is rising at a fast pace. His heart rate is up, blood pressure rising. The grip on his weapons is as tight as it's ever been. Like, and he goes, there is something on the edge of our camouflage. Please, God, please, more Odin. Tell me you see something, Branch.
I rolled to check.
And it's
I
about
did.
this time as we shift perspectives up to Branch's location, high in the trees.
All right.
Branch, off in the distance, you see in the rolling fogs, it's almost like, have you ever seen those surfing videos where they're like shredding on like these massive like super waves that are like 15 and 20 feet tall, and you just see that one lone surfer that's just shredding ass across the wave?
Mm-hmm.
It looks very
Yeah.
similar to that, but with the fog, whatever
Oh
moves
my.
through it with that pace, it has this over exaggerated swirl, almost like there's like a metallic sheen to a potion. I forget what they're called, where they have like the liquid metallics and you swirl it and it creates that like
Glitter. It's got
yeah,
the glitter effect.
yeah, the glitter effect.
Mm.
It's very much like that. And then you feel this heavy thud. And you look around, there's no fallen trees or anything.
Mm.
Bofer feels a thud on the ground.
How close?
Can't be sure.
I dashed to
Wait,
wake the
wait.
others.
I have tremor sense.
It's
Would that-
far off.
Dad, yeah. I look up at him and I go, that wasn't close. That was not close. That has
We got
nothing to do with
spaced.
what's right there.
Okay.
Off in the distance, Branch, this large tidal wave of fog that is encroaching suddenly hits you in the camp. Like you see it coming through the trees, sweeping through like a sandstorm, bashing into the
wow.
tree, heavy winds. You feel the whole tree shift under your weight, and with these heavy winds, Bofer, you are slightly like staggered with this like sudden gust of like, it would be equivalent to like a 40 or 50 mile per hour gust just hitting you.
Lovely. I am purposefully trying not to wake anyone up, because if this is
I
something we
want them
can,
to heal. If we can handle it.
I would like them to heal, and I would like to be able. Bofer in his mind is trying to prove to the group that he's valuable, he's useful, and so he's purposefully trying to be like, I can do this. Like, even though he's panicking, I'm full blown panicking. It's I'm like, no, I can do this. I'm trying to basically fight myself. I look at you up there as I get hit with the gust of wind, and I'm like, what do you got?
And as the wind is rattling you in the trees, and you peek through your arms to break the wind in front of you so you can look forward, just off to your left, you see something. You can't be sure, but it's absolutely titanic. Towers even over the trees. Just this massive tidal wave of fog. Then you hear it. This deep,
Oh my.
bassy.
Before you continue with the description, I would like to point it out that even though Sirius is not up, his pet peeve is not waking anybody up if something's happening, and to him, the biggest how should I say that, idiocracy or yeah, let's go with that, is trying to be a hero when you have an extra 4 or 5 people around you who can die because of your heroism.
That's fair.
So-called heroism.
So that call is going to get left to Branch because Bofer's not thinking straight. This is something that is not a. This is an internal battle for Bofer that progressively, after two nat ones and a 10, I'm not doing great on this internal battle. So I'm relying on Branch right now. I'm a blunt force instrument for whatever Branch tells me to swing at. Like, that's basically where I'm at right now.
I face the direction of our party. I put my hand on your shoulder and I ask you, how many thumps or how many people did you sense?
I sensed.
Because I heard 2 thumps.
Bofer with Tremor Sense knows that the thumps are far away, the big things we felt / heard. But as far as what I saw, Bofer looks up at you and with almost tears in his eyes, is like, there was so many. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what I'm looking at. Like, he can't get words out. I stop first. I try to collect myself and I say, Branch, do we wake them up or do we fight? What do we do? I don't know what's going on.
I think we at least wake Sirius, because Aaron and Calliope took first watch, and I think the fight started during their rest.
Okay.
So I dash over to Sirius and I shake him. And I go, Sirius, there are some guys in the perimeter.
He opens one eye only. The second one. And then jumps up. Oh, for fuck's sake, where's my sword?
He has Bofer has 1 charge of heal. And I don't know if Calliope got her.
So that's where I'm confused, because I thought that we had been granted graciously a long rest at our last.
I've already used most of my spell slots with Detect Magic and Blesses, so I don't have. When I say I have 1 heal, I mean I only have 1 Cure Wounds, like one big heal.
That's what I'm saying, Calliope.
Yeah, I mean, you guys don't immediately need this. Rest is more or less just to wait out the night, and so the fog will bypass you guys. Like, you guys aren't mandatorily needing to take rest. I'm just assuming you guys are doing low intensity tasks, such as just like reading books, smoking cigars, eating rations, taking a cat nap.
Yeah, I was trying to wait.
So, like, if you're gonna wake me, because Calliope has all her spell slots, and she's the healer. Yeah.
I bet. I'll wake up everybody. Hey guys, there's people in our perimeter. Get ready for battle. Battle stations. I don't pull out the drum though. Not this time. I keep the drum in the back.
Avengers assemble.
Then I
Again,
run at
another
both of them.
heavy blast of wind kind of rocks the camp. For those who are like laying down, you definitely like feel the wind like shake you. Tyranny is still invisible. Branch, you are still topside. Give me another perception check. If you want, you can
Okay.
also roll a nature or an insight, whichever other one you would prefer.
Sirius is going to jump on one of the empty trees.
Wait, do I pick one of the three? Or
Yeah.
do I... Oh,
Perception, insight, or nature.
perception, insight, or nature.
Yeah, so he jumps up one of the trees and then cooks up the 50 cal.
Jesus.
I'm gonna go with my 11 perception.
With an 11 perception, as you're like trying to like peer through the fog, it is just this thick rolling soup around you. It is impossible to make heads or tails. You can't see the party below you. You are in just a cloud right now with a tree attached to you.
Gee willikers. I don't see
Curious, if
anything
you're
there,
up in a
guys.
tree, you are also welcome to make a perception check.
I think is Branch the only one in the tree? Oh no, Tyrese is too. Okay,
Tyrius just jumped up.
gotcha.
Yeah, that's an 11.
Yeah,
trees.
like you jump up in the tree and then this blast of wind happens, and as you like look around, you are just in limbo right now. You see like a tree that you're on, the tree next to you, and everything else is just this swirling, super thick fog around you. Like you can't see Branch, you can't see the party below you. It's like you're in a cloud, just a small bubble of visible area around you.
Well, he's going to be kind of surprised a bit, to say it mildly, but he's not going to start shouting because that gives away the position. So he's going to wait a couple of seconds at least.
On the ground, am I able to see the people around me, like Aaron and Calliope?
Barely. Like you see their shadows essentially like around you. You might have like a 5 foot bubble of visible area around you before it just turns into this fast moving, swirling fog about you.
Yep, Bofer's having a full-blown panic attack. There's no longer just kind of panicking. He's having a full-blown panic attack, like heavy breathing, like there is like he's not to the point of closing his eyes and going into a fetal position, but like he's getting there. He's panicking.
Give me a wisdom save.
17.
You're a fucking impenetrable fortress, goddammit.
I may be scared.
Like,
I may be scared, but I still got mental fortitude.
yeah, like you feel yourself like starting to panic. You feel the whispers like starting to tickle your ears again. You lock it down, like you immediately just shut down, even like perceiving the voices. But it doesn't help with the fact that every once in a while in the fog you could swear you see like something dart from behind a tree and almost like stop and turn to look at you and then disappear into the fog with a single step. It's eerie. It's bringing back a lot of memories that you care not to think about.
Bofer begins to panic so bad that anybody who could see him, I don't know who's around. Bofer, he's not paying attention to anyone else at this point in time. He had gotten relaxed and like kind of like not taken off his armor or like hadn't taken off his chainmail, but had taken off like shoulder pads, stuff like that, taking that stuff off. Bofer rolls his sleeves up and just stands with his back to the wagon, gripping both his one javelin in his left hand, sword in the right hand, and it's not quite the 1,000-yard stare that we saw earlier, but I'm intently like trying to almost like heightened senses, like trying to hyperfixate on if something comes close enough, it's getting a holy water sword or javelin in the mouth. Like, and it's not even gonna be like it's not even gonna be second glance. It's gonna be so fast because Bofer can't handle this right now.
So
After I woke them up, I ran straight back to Bofer. So I appeared back behind Bofer, and I tap him on the back and let him know I'm actually no, I'm in the tree. I remember we discussed this. No, I'm sorry. I said that back.
So I'm gonna say that Calliope is near Beaufort, and she can kind of sense or knows the look of a voices freak out. So she's gonna spark up one of the dwarvish cigars and pass it over to him, and pat him on the back just wordlessly.
As soon as he sees like the spark, it's he doesn't swing. He doesn't. But it's like one of those fast turns, like somebody who is really jumpy, just like jumps and sees you there and offers it to him. He does not say a word. He does not give you a smile. He takes it and says, "Thol-Kargash, Uldum Fain," like kind of like tips it at you. Takes a drag of it, but keeps it kind of like Wolverine and keeps it right there on his mouth. And he's just sitting there puffing it, but he like set his javelin down to do that, but he picks it back up and he's got cigar in his mouth, sleeves rolled up, like is intent, like almost biting through the cigar, like just tense. It is so tense, regardless of the fact that Calliope tried to help me. He's not all there. He's not all there at this moment.
You would hear the tumbling of trees, whole pines being ripped out from the roots and being tossed aside, the rumbling of something massive. The ground trembles underneath your feet, and you hear this bellowing roar that saps the very air from your lungs. And as quickly as it came, it leaves. The fog clears. Not necessarily sunlight, but you see moonlight and stars above you. The fog is minimal, loose, free-spirited, simply drifting without a care in the world in between the trees. Branch, from your position and Sirius, up in the trees, you notice maybe about a mile away a giant trench carved in the pines. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh no! I was gonna say as soon as the fog lifts, what you see is like as far as if you look down at Beaufort, you see a man sweating. I mean, like pouring sweat, just intently staring at the tree line across. Just I mean, ready to unload, heavy breathing, just like almost gritting his teeth, just so ready.
Yeah, and the fog left. It was like a flick of a switch, like turning on a light switch. The fog was there, and then it just gone.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Not something we should investigate.
No dramatic. You guys woke me up for this.
Thank you for watching. Very much appreciated. I'm so glad you enjoyed it and stuck out to the end. Come back and see us live on stream, on TikTok, X, wherever you can find Raise the Idols. Come check us out. Stay up to date. All the fun things. It's going to be amazing. What an amazing ride. What an amazing story. And I hope you follow along.